So welcome back to another Southwest Virginia virtual visit. Today I'm in Wytheville, Virginia at the Homestead Museum right here in downtown Wytheville. This is a part of the town of Wytheville Department of Museums, and this is a great replica of some 1800s style life. You can see there's multiple buildings all across the property. So we have a blacksmith set up, we have a gunsmith shop, we have some multi-purpose buildings, barns, and then here in just a minute we'll show you inside this cabin. But I wanted to walk right around here. Got a nice little garden set up, and then you can even see there's some beautiful fall trees in the background here as well. Now before I get too involved with this setup and kind of go into the history and tell you about it, I do want to point out also that if you cross over this little bridge here, you're actually entering back into like the 1920s, 1940s era, because right over there, that little house is actually a gas station museum. So if you want to experience multiple decades, you can get your start right up here at the visitor center, walk your way down, go into that realm and see the gas station, and then step on over into the 1800s. So these buildings here are each going to have different features that are going to showcase different aspects of history and what early life was actually like. And outside of each of the buildings, you're also going to be able to find these really neat plaques, which are going to give you more insight and information. There's also special events that take place here and some live history exhibits where you're going to have reenactors in full clothing kind of working their way around. So be sure to check out and find out information about them online. I'll include links in the description below for all that. But what I'm going to do is just go ahead and walk around a little bit, showcase some of the other features, and then tell you a little bit more about the history of this wonderful place. The Willowbrook Jackson Umberger Homestead Museum was a generous donation over a 20-year span by Cecil and C. Willow Umberger Jackson to the town of Wytheville Department of Museums. The property consists of an 1848 two-story brick home built by William Hufford, a documented bricksman in the town of Wytheville in the mid-1800s. This home will become a Wythe County Decorative Arts and Material Culture Museum. The home and land were purchased by the Umberger family around the turn of the 20th century. The property is 10 acres and consists of many different buildings, including a demonstration kitchen house, springhouse, smokehouse, an open-air log barn from the late 1700s, and an 1803 cabin built by Henry Umberger. These log buildings were moved to the property by Mr. and Miss Jackson, and the Umberger cabin is the most architecturally significant building on the property, as it is an old world European floor plan. Other buildings include a blacksmith shop, a woodworking shop, and a gunsmith shop where replica flintlock rifles will be built. The 1900s frame barn will house an exhibit on carriages and wagons. People will be able to learn about agricultural life, historic architecture methods, historic trades, early settlers, and Wythe County's many connections to Texas. So a lot of the pieces here, you can see this is all very historically accurate. This fireplace here is how it would have looked back in those times. You can see a lot of the types of pottery and woodworking. You have your cups and things over here, some candles hanging from the wall, your dinner table, of course your bed and everything here. And I was actually told this is a pretty unique design because there's actually a second story that it's accessible from the outside, which gives you this overhang. So this is actually a German design, so something very unique to the Southwest Virginia area. And I want to talk about two notable features here. This White House is actually original to the property, as well as the smokehouse. So these are the two original pieces here. All the other cabins and pieces that you're going to see on this property have been moved here, but they do work well to tell the story. And I was also told that this springhouse was a reproduction, like a redesign, but it is on the original spot where the original one actually sat. So, and there's a little bit better view of the gas station museum, which you can go and visit up there as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Southwest Virginia virtual visit. I really hope you'll come up here and pay the Homestead Museum a visit here in Wytheville, Virginia. It's definitely a cool place to learn a lot about our history, our heritage, and just see this architecture withstanding in the modern times. So really highly encourage you to come on up to Wytheville and pay this place a visit, and we'll see you on the next episode.